Alright everybody, I am back. I cut my 2 Tyvek pieces and these are cut to the length of your hinge by 2 inches. I've applied some score tape and you want to be generous with the score tape. I may go a little overboard, but I like to do this because it kind of ensures that it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so you definitely want to get it on there really well. I added 3 strips to my Tyvek piece and I'm going to go ahead and remove that score tape. And guess what? I'm going to add some more. I'm going to do it now going horizontal. Okay, so just at the top. And I have to do that when I remove the tape backing because I don't want to get it right on top of the backing in this case, because I get it from edge to edge. So it's pretty sticky and we've got lots of adhesion here. It's definitely not going to come off. Okay, so now we did that. Let's swing our book over again, and all we're going to do is line it up with our paper hinge. Nice and even as possible, my friends. Alright, and without stretching the piece, you're just going to fold it over and just let it do its thing. Right onto that spine. Put your spine on your desk. Make sure it's nice and flush to your desk, because you want that to be nice and straight, just like so. See how I didn't stretch it over or didn't do anything to it? I allowed it to go ahead and fold over and fall wherever it should, okay, if that makes any sense. So don't stretch it, just fold it all the way around, nice and easy. Now you're going to want to go ahead and taper those edges. Alright, and this is optional, but I think it's essential. I think it's really important that you guys do this. You don't have to run out and get Tyvek. You can probably use some other kind of fabrication that will reinforce it. And all I'm doing is cleaning this up because sometimes I don't get things glued on nice and straight. So I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and ink this because we don't want this stark white to show. But let's get the other side on and we're going to do the same thing. So I got my second piece of Tyvek and I'm going to go ahead and put some more tape here and here. So I'm going to move this to the side. Getting things stuck on myself. Get this Tyvek back, not Tyvek, score tape backing off. And we're going to add a little bit more score tape and glue it on or stick it on. Here we go. So lots of tape and you get it done. And another piece right here. It's so sticky, it sticks everywhere. Have no nails, so it's hard for me to get this tape off. Okay, done. Bring our book around and now we're going to do the same exact thing to the back side. So let's remove our tape. Let's get our Tyvek on. And the reason why I don't use one large piece is because I don't want to cause any stress to the spine in terms of trying to fold it over and get it on there nice and straight. So what I just like to do is use 2 pieces and just let it fold over and overlap. That's it, just like that. See that? Now we're going to cut off all the excess because we tapered our edges. So we want to go ahead and flush that. And of course, I went over a little bit and didn't get it on there nice and straight. But, you know, that's always the story. Here we go. A little bit more cleaning up. And now we're going to get our favorite distressing ink or ink pad. Doesn't have to be distressing. And we're going to cover this all up and make it match. So isn't that great? Look at that. It's completely reinforced. Love that. So try to pick up the Tyvek if you can. You're going to use it. You're going to use it on every single project that has a hinge. I promise you. You are going to love it. Oop, wrong color. We need to use black soot. That is vintage photo. We don't want that one. Let's see. Here we go. And I don't know where my sponge is, so I'm going to have to use this sponge and just get another one. Here we go. So here's the black soot. Make sure you get that nice and coated. or inked up because you don't want it to show. Most of it is going to get covered. However, you definitely want to get a really good coating. You're going to see that at least the top of it, and I'll show you exactly what I mean in another book. I'll show you right now what I mean. Here is my Project BAM book, and you will see the Tyvek right, oopsie, hopefully I'm in frame, right through here. So this is why I am coloring it or inking it black, because you don't want to see the white right through there. Okay, so we're going to do the same binding that we have on this book right here. So that's why I'm inking up this spine, because you don't want it to show. If your page bases were white, then this would not be a problem. But we've got black base pages, so it poses a problem. But you see how nicely the Tyvek just absorbs that color? It actually absorbs that color really, really nice. And it's got a little texture to it, so it kind of looks like you used some kind of fabrication on that. Some fabric on there. I think that's more than enough. So now we're going to go ahead, let that dry a little bit before we add our score tape. Let's talk about this cover here. While that dries, let's set this to the side. So I decided to use this Chipboard clipboard. And I went ahead and I made a back for my front cover, and in this case the measurement on the clipboard, and this clipboard is made out of chipboard. Try to say that 3 times. You want to go ahead and make sure that your back cover measures exactly the same size of your front cover, okay? And this clipboard actually measures 5.5 by 8 1/4, and that's the size that I made my backing, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to attach this hinge to this piece of chipboard, okay? In this case it's a clipboard. So hopefully this is dry enough, because your score tape is not going to stick if it's wet. Okay, so let's try it. It takes a few minutes for it to dry, but I don't have so many minutes on this video, so I got to get it done. So again, some more score tape, front and back, because we're going to do the same exact things to both sides. Okay, just like that, and like this. Make sure that you get a nice stick on that. I think it's going to stick really well. I might want to move this card out of the way so it won't flip in and out. Okay, here we go. Let's see, let's get the back of our tape off. Maybe this way. Nope, it's not sticking just yet. Maybe if I use my craft knife, I can pull it off better without removing it from the... Yep, here we go. Nope, not just yet. See, it will not stick if it's wet. It won't. It will not stick. So let me get another piece on there. So you've got to make sure that that dries really well. In this case, I haven't given it enough opportunity to dry. So let me try one more piece. Okay, hopefully that'll stick. Hopefully. Good, there we go. We've got a stick. This one is being problematic. Alright, good. I'm going to leave the back on for a little bit longer just so it can stick really well. Good, we got some sticking action going. So now all we're going to do is we're going to flush our clipboard piece nice and centered, guys. Nice and centered, alright? To our book. And remember, in actuality, you want to get a tag in here in your pocket, because you want to make sure that this is not sticking out. So make sure you have at least one tag inside this piece. Okay, so let's get a tag in there, get it all the way in position exactly where you want it, and now we can attach our clipboard, because now we know exactly how much to leave on the top and at the bottom. And I think this is good right here. I like that. There we go. Oh, love that. How cute does that look already? Open it up, make sure you get a good stick in there. And now we're going to do the same thing to the back side. Okay, and of course we're going to cover all that up and make it beautiful. Make sure you get a nice stick again on that score tape. Hopefully it's nice and dry and I can pick this up with no problem. Nope, that side's giving me a problem. Let's see this side over here. Yep, good job. Good job. And one more piece. Perfect. Those corners give me a problem, but again, make sure it's nice and stuck down before you, nice and dry before you add your tape. So I'm going to turn this over, and my butterflies in this case are going to go facing the top, not like that last album I did. Glued my butterflies on upside down. Not happy. Let me stand this up, make sure I get it nice and straight. Okay, good. Here we go. Stick this down again, flushed to the bottom and top, flush to the spine, centered top and bottom. Okay, I think this is good. One more time. Here we go. This is one of the hardest parts for me of making a mini album, getting my covers on straight. It's a nightmare for me. A nightmare. Okay, there they go. Get a good burnish on there. Break out your bone folder if you have to. There is our front and back cover. We're going to cover this up and make it all look totally beautiful. Okay. Now, I'm going to use a duct tape binding on this, okay? And I'm going to show you all how I do my duct tape binding. And we're going to finish this up. So in this case, I'm going to use black duct tape. So let's get black duct tape. I'm going to move this to the side. And again, my book is 8 1/4 inches. So I'm going to get enough duct tape to make a piece that will cover my spine edge to edge. And again, I'm going to use my grid to get a piece of duct tape that I need exactly to size. My book is 8 1/4, so my duct tape, I'm going to cut it at 9 1/4. Okay, let me make sure that that's 8 1/4 just to be sure, because I forget. It's actually 8 inches, so I'm going to cut my duct tape at 8 inches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's make sure that's right, because it makes me nervous. So I'm going to do it at 9 so I can fold these pieces over. One strip, next strip over here. I line it up with the second line and get it on there nice and straight. Straight as possible. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we're going for perfect here, okay? That's what we're going for. And cut that off at the 9-inch mark. One more piece. And as you all can see, I'm totally in love with the duct tape. I even used it on my Project Bam spine, and I love the way that it came out. I played with it a little bit. I wasn't happy with it initially, but I did a quick rub and buff treatment on there, and I love the way it turned out. I'll share it with you all in a little bit. So now that I got my 3 pieces on, I'm going to go ahead and fold this over just about 1/4 inch. Get it nice and straight, guys. It tends to shift on you and you won't get it on there nice and straight, okay? You don't want any of your tape hanging off the side. If you get some hanging off the side, you're definitely going to want to cut it, okay? So now let's get a quick measurement, because remember, our piece has to be 8 inches exactly. So now we're going to go ahead and fold this other piece over at the 8-inch mark, okay? And use your grid to make sure that you're nice and straight, because you don't want to goof this up. This is a part you don't want to goof up, because once this tape gets down, it is down. It's not coming up. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Wow, I can't believe I got that right on the first try. Usually takes me a couple of tries. Okay, so now that you made this piece right here, you're going to take another piece of duct tape and you're going to cover it right here in the center, but you have to cut it first, okay? So you want to put it off to the side, cut your piece, and then stick it down. Okay, and be careful when you stick it, because once you get duct tape to duct tape, there is no bringing it back up. It is there for good. Okay, so there we go. So that's our piece of duct tape that's going to be on our spine. How easy was that, right? So now we're going to put this nice, make sure our pages are nice and flush to the edge. Okay, and we're going to put this right here small. I like it this way. Not too close in, about maybe a ½ inch in, right there. I think that's nice and straight. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So ½ inch in. Make sure you get a nice stick on that. Make sure your spine is nice and flushed. Wrap it around and stick it around to the back. Just that easy, my friends. That easy. And now you're going to go ahead with hot glue and you're going to secure these little flaps down. Okay, and I recommend the hot glue. It works best in this case. Well, I shouldn't say best because I haven't tried any wet glue or anything else, but I like the hot glue. And over here, there we go. And on the back side, same deal. Get that nice and secured. And over here, beautiful. Try not to get any oozing. You want it as clean as possible. I really love that. Now we're going to get some ribbon. Notice how I haven't covered my inside yet. We're going to get some ribbon and clean that up nicely. Okay, really nice binding. Love the duct tape binding. Very, very versatile. It can be as casual or as chic as you want it, and I'll show you what I mean by chic. I will show you. Let's get some ribbon out. I thought I had. Oh yeah, I did take it out. Here it is. Yay! I'm totally prepared. So in this case, I have purple and I have hot pink. Either or will work. I'm actually going to use white and the pink, or maybe the purple. Who knows? And I'm going to do some hot glue to get this one down. And again, I just like to clean up that edge. There's one, I do not like the straight duct tape edge too much. Don't care for it, so I like to cover that up. And I do that with the ribbon or any kind of trim. And then you want to get your decorative one right on top. And I think I like the purple here. Yep, I'm going to go with the purple. Nice straight line with the hot glue, straight as possible. And then get that ribbon on there. Notice that it's overhanging because I'm going to wrap it around on the inside, and then I'm going to cover the inside of my book. Okay, I think I got that on nice and straight. Beautiful. So now let's cut off this excess right here and this excess down here. We're going to do the same thing on the back side. Okay. So I'll finish that up in a minute. I'm just going to get my tape over here on this, my ribbon on this side. It's late, guys. So I may be saying things that make no sense. Hopefully you'll get it from the video because it's late. Here we go. Nice and straight, my friends. Nice and straight. Some more hot glue. And then some more ribbon. Beautiful. This makes an adorable, adorable album. How fun. I don't know who I'm giving this to yet, but maybe I'll keep it. No, it's definitely got to get a home, not just sit on display in my craft room. So here's the inside of that. We're going to secure this around right here with a little bit of some more hot glue. even though this album would look pretty cute in my room. Maybe this is the home for this album, not necessarily another home. What do you guys think? What do you think? Okay, now we're going to cover up all of this not so prettiness with a beautiful piece of pattern paper, just like so. Let's get all these hot glue gun cobwebs out of the way. And what I'm going to do is get some more score tape. You guessed it. If you guessed score tape, you guessed it right. Some more score tape. I am running low. Hopefully I have enough to finish this project so I don't have to break out another one. Even though I think it's pretty close by, so I won't have to do too much digging. Generous on the score tape. Try to make sure that you get this as close to the edge as possible. You don't want this lining coming up at all, okay? So, oh, I'm out. Let's get another roll. One more roll. Well, I thought it was close by. Here we go. Found it! Whoopsie! Here we go. I knocked down quite a few things there. My paper trimmer and everything else with it came tumbling down. So, good thing I don't have close neighbors. Good thing. Okay. Now, here's the back. And I want to make sure it's right side up. Let's take this tape backing off. And let's stick this beautiful piece of pattern paper down and cover up all of that. We got to cover up all of the mechanics. Okay, so just removing the score tape backing. If you wanted to stress, you can do it afterwards as well. Let's make sure I get this nice and centered. Right here. Top and bottom looking good. Stick it down. How pretty does that look? Isn't that sweet? Love that. Love, love, love the way that looks. Very pretty. We're going to cover up this envelope right here. Right? Look at that. Let's bring this around. Same deal. We're going to secure this right here. And again. And then we're going to cover that up. Bring that over. Beautiful. Perfect. And I got a pretty butterflies for this one over here. And what did I do with it? Here it is. Found it. Guess what? Some more score tape. Let's close this book to the side and let's get that score tape on this piece. Okay. Line the perimeter of your lining with the score tape. You also want to get some in the center. Don't forget about the center and try to get it as close to the edge as possible. Okay, you do not want this lining coming up at all because your book is going to look sloppy. Get that there and over here and done. Now let's get this back in our album. How pretty. Don't like this Ed Harding thing. I don't think it goes nicely with the paper line. It's not the feel that I'm going for, but if you use like a rock star type of paper, it will go perfectly. You don't even have to cover it up. But I thought the clipboard idea would be really sweet, something different for you all. And I'm enjoying the way this one is turning out. I'm really enjoying this one. Nice and centered, my friends. Okay. I think I got it. Yes. Here we go. Perfect. Look at how nice that looks. Beautifully finished. Love that. How beautiful is that? We can get our card in here with our fantastic little adder. That goes in there. I'm covering up this front with a photo mat, which is this one right here. It's going to be off-centered just like so. Okay, and this is your album. I'm going to go ahead and finish decorating it, and I'm going to show you the finished product in the following video. But just so you see the versatility with the duct tape, how sweet that binding looks. Look at the clipboard, how adorable. And let me show you that it can go from just completely fun and festive type of binding to a luxurious, absolutely luxurious money binding. Absolutely love this. Look how fabulous this looks. This is the Project BAM album. For those of you who are interested, it's a Ustream class that's currently happening. I think I'm on like part 4 tomorrow. We're working on the box, but this is the way the album closes. This is a duct tape binding, and I finished it off with bling, and the treatment that's on the duct tape, this is the same black duct tape that you see right here. The treatment on this duct tape is rub and buff. It takes the color perfectly. It dries almost instantaneous, and I really love it. Look at the back, how beautiful. It gives it just a beautiful finish, and I hope that you guys try it. Rub and buff comes in many finishes, so the possibilities are endless with this one, my friend. So check it out. This is how I finished up Project BAM. Stay tuned. Ace is going crazy. Stay tuned for the completed album, completely decorated on this one, and I hope that you all enjoyed this mini series. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to see yours. Thanks so much. This is Kathy with Paper Phenomenon, and until next time.